Hey, hey, hey! Welcome to the Curious Intern podcast. This is a Christian lifestyle podcast where we share opinions or I get opinions on different views of life or different aspects of life. And I share what other people would say, what you might be thinking. I share my opinion and overall the main person, God. So welcome to this episode and I hope you enjoy it. Good evening, good afternoon, good day. Welcome to another episode, guys. I'm so excited and I'm so glad that you guys made it up to this point. If you listen to the last one, just welcoming us into the second half of the year, and I told you guys already what to be expecting. And I'm not going to fail on my promise because I remembered I was going to be accountable to you guys. So I said I was going to bring up a guest, and she's a friend. We met in school and we learned how to navigate friendships in a way. But yeah, she's an optometrist, and this is our health series. So I want us to hear from an optometrist, and her name is Titi Lokwe. No, nobody should give me hard play because it's a Yoruba person I'm inviting first. Okay, I'm not that type of person. It just happened that she's also having a Yoruba name. I do not think she's actually like the West. I think she's a do. When she tell us about herself. So, my friend or my guest, are you there?
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to our listeners from wherever.
Yeah. So, just give us a bit of intro, your name, what you are, where you're from, anything exciting we should know.
Okay, I'm Dr. Fagbo Titilope Mary, and like you rightfully said, I'm not Yoruba. I'm actually Edo, or have been acculturated to the Yoruba culture due to family upbringing and location of upbringing also. And I graduated from Madina University. That's where I had met this beautiful friend of mine, our host. And I'm also an optometrist, the fun one, not the serious type, the fun one. And I just need to go by Dr. Mary anyway. So
Hmm.
it's nice to meet you.
Wow. So at work they call you Dr. Mary.
Yeah, because imagine telling someone, "Oh, I'm Dr. Titilope," and they're like, "Where are you from?" Edo State, and then you have to explain the whole thing again. Edo, you're just I just stick with the I just stick with the Dr. Mary.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay, so optometrists, give us the rundown. Because guys, we're gonna be talking about eye hygiene, and I thought it was much better because optometrists seem to deal with that more, although it's the lens or so. Just explain what it is to be an optometrist. A lot of people have that confusion. They're like optometrists, ophthalmologists. What exactly is it?
Yeah, I will agree with you. The confusion is actually there because most of the times when I tell someone, "Oh, I'm an eye doctor," and then the first thing they say is optician, I'm like, "No, not optician." Okay, optometrists are the first primary eye health practitioner, eye care practitioner when it comes to dealing with the eyes. We're the first point of contact. We're the ones that assess and evaluate the eyes. Will I say more or less do the first primary assignment? And in case maybe you are referred for a surgery, that's when the ophthalmologist comes in. And then the optician is like the lab technician that does the fitting of the glasses and the rest. Although we were taught how to, fit the lens, fit the glasses. So most optometrists go ahead and do it themselves. But the opticians are the ones that are primarily trained for the lab tech, for the lab fitting and the equipment and everything. But optometrists, we do the rundown, assess the visual acuity when you have simple cases like I say conjunctivitis and the rest. We dispense medications, we do the refraction, tell you the prescription for your glasses and stuff like that. So that's entirely what we're all about. Just the first point of contact when it comes to eye health.
Wow, wow. That is like I could relate more now because I think that's like upon all the fact that I've like been that school and get spent like 6 years, I've not really understood it. But this short version like gives me like, okay, now this is what they actually do. So like nurses too are like the first point of contact to like patients in the hospital before we send them off to the
Yeah.
doctor. So like okay, more reasons to relate. So why pick it? Like, how did you become an optometrist? What happened? Did you like always think you were going to be an optometrist growing up?
Okay, let me be honest. Let me say the truth. I never even knew what optometry was till I entered into the admission office. I always knew, yes, we have eye doctors, but I felt, okay, maybe they just go study medicine and then they specify. So, entering into the admission office, and we had a list of courses to study, and I was told pharmacy. Actually, I had in mind that, okay, I wanted to study medicine. But growing up, everybody wants to study. When they just ask you when you're small, what do you want to study? The first thing that comes out of my mouth is, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor.
Yeah.
But after, going through secondary school, everything, I was like, do I really want to do this medicine? I'm not so sure I want to do this medicine. Yes, I'm a science student, but I don't think I want to go through the rigorous reading and everything. So going into the admission office, and I'm like, just tell me the courses you have. I think I'll just have to pick something with the leading of the spirit or something. And they say pharmacy. And then I remember, no, 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 I can't do that hydrocarbon, not do that bonding chemistry. No, that's not my strong this thing.
Yeah.
And they say nursing. My mom is a nurse, so she's like, no, I don't want you to be a nurse anymore. I'm like, okay. And then they mentioned optometry, and I'm like, what's that? And they're like, and I'm like, okay, that sounds fun. Let's do it. And here I am.
Wow. In the journey, would you say there was like any point where you were like, why did I even pick this? Was there like moments where you just didn't want to anymore?
No, the more
Wow.
studied and progressed, the more interesting I found it to be. So
Okay.
it was, mm,
Oh wow. Okay, so like let's go to what we're going to talk about. Um which
mm,
is eye hygiene. Because since now we know a bit about you and we know a bit about what optometry is and who an optometrist is. So I feel like I don't know why I was led to talk about eye hygiene and like I just thought about okay, this health series, what do I really want to talk about? I didn't want to talk about normal, like oh blood pressure or stress relief,
yeah,
stuff like that, right? So I was like, what could I think eye hygiene? I feel like nowadays I've seen conjunctivitis a lot. I've seen a lot of people with that are supposed to be using glasses that are not using their glasses. And
yeah.
there's so many people with pink eyes, and a lot of people just feel like the eye is just, just to see. They don't really know that they should really pay attention to it. So just like what is eye hygiene? What do we do? How do we keep it? Just talk to us about that.
All right. Eye hygiene so simply refers to a set of measures for maintaining the normal functioning of your eyes and preserving their health. Normally, when you told me about the topic and you were like eye hygiene, I'm like, oh, that's just basically what to do, to keep your eyes clean and avoid germs and diseases and the rest. But it actually struck me when I was going deep into research, and the Google said to actually preserve the normal functioning of the eyes,
Wow.
to preserve the integrity, the health of the eyes.
Mm.
So, in order to just simplify things, so that for people that are not, so like in the medical line, for everyone to understand it, I'm just going to be like linking up various eye health conditions that are rampant. You already mentioned conjunctivitis, pink eye, and the eye hygiene practices that we can do to actually help us to prevent this certain eye condition, certain eye diseases, and to also maintain the integrity of our eye health. So let's just start with dry eye syndrome. Dry eye syndrome is just like a syndrome whereby the tears aren't able to provide adequate moisture for the eyes. The tears are what helps to keep particles and everything from sticking to the surface of the eye. It just flushes it down. And then you hear someone say, oh, remove this from your eye, and it just flushes it down to that corner. Do you understand? So some basic people, they have this dry eye syndrome that they don't even know about. They'll tell you, oh, I feel sun in my eye and the rest of it. So imagine someone that has this little eye tears production going to, let's say, fix eyelash. No offense, our fine ladies that do that, but I'm just saying all these practices actually contradict some eye health conditions. So like
Wow.
avoid it. Yeah, you have to avoid itching because yes, we are saying the sunny sensation is going to be there, but you have to avoid scrubbing and rubbing of the eyes. You can rinse with clean water to actually provide a little bit of comfort. Have what we call artificial tears. You can go to a pharmacy and tell them, oh, you need artificial tears, and it helps to complement the eye. Then we also have this allergic conjunctivitis. Like right now, we're in our raining season. Conjunctivitis is actually flying. But I say it's just transferring because people do not really know what's going on. When we're small, they'll popularly call it Apollo. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. As I delved into this optometry, I was like, oh, really? This is what causes Apollo? Wow, this. And I know then we had so many, will I say, mysteries
Yeah,
about
there's
what
this
causes Apollo.
yeah, there's this white thing, fluffy stuff that used to fly around and people were like if it touches your eye you get Apollo or something.
Yes, yes. So, I'm like, oh, wow, really ignorance. But we thank God, God has helped us.
Yeah.
So, allergic conjunctivitis, you have to find what your eyes are allergic to. What people don't understand is the eyes react to the littlest things. Some people they don't even have the common practice of changing their pillowcase. They can use one
Mhm.
pillowcase for 3 months straight up. And this thing
Mhm.
actually affects our eye health. So, constant changing of your pillowcase. If you know you're someone that loves to touch your eyes a lot, loves to rub your eye, you can go around with a clean hanky, a clean handkerchief, just especially for kids. I mostly advise parents, please make sure you put in a clean handkerchief into their pocket. So when they go to school and they after playing and everything, they want to rub their eye, you just bring out the handkerchief and they just rub the eyes. Then, or preferably, you can use disposable wipes so that you don't use the same spots that you use on the handkerchief, but you don't repeat it to avoid constant infection. Then, change your pillowcase and then make sure you take your medications, visit an eye clinic and eye hospital. Then we have, ultraviolet rays. These are the rays that come out from the sun, from our devices, from our phones, laptops. This Gen Z generation, content creators, them. Photo editors, video editors, people that
Yeah.
are constantly on their systems, my tech brothers and tech sisters, I hear no.
Yes, so
So just like the definition said, the measures that we take to actually preserve the eye health, to actually preserve the integrity of the eye health. What we don't know is that these ultraviolet rays, the eyes are constantly exposed, and what makes up the eyes are basically tissues. If you bring the body tissues and you expose them to a huge amount or a high intensity of these ultraviolet rays, it ends up burning the tissues. That's what most people don't know, that just like how we have sunburn, we have eye burn too.
mm,
It helps. It degenerates the tissues little by little and stuff like that. So that's why we've introduced what we call the photochromic lens that gets dark under the sun. We have the photochromic lens, and then we have the photochromic blue cut lens, and then we have the simple blue cut lens. Photochromic lens cuts off 70% light. That is from the sun, from white bulbs. The photochromic blue cuts off 100% light. That is from the sun, from the white bulbs, and from the blue rays that come out from our phones, our gadgets. While the blue cut just cuts off blue rays that come out from our phones and gadgets, but it's not photochromic. That is, doesn't get dark under the sun.
okay.
So all these measures put in place. Okay. So I want to talk about something that's very common with us, and that's the use of makeup for we ladies. I'm not saying that fixing up eyelash is bad, or you don't have to look good, you don't have to slay. But when it begins to disrupt your normal functioning of your eyes, when it begins to cause some allergic reactions, like the pink eye, the tearing, the inflammation, the swelling, I feel we should learn to curtail these practices. We should learn to, bring it to a pause, bring it to a stop, and stuff like that. Because in situations like this applying of the bond, especially the eyelash, they apply the bond, it can help to block the pause, the mammalian gland pause. And that's why we have stuff like, we normally call it boil, the boil in the eye, but the name is actually sty or chalazion, because it has blocked the pores. And most of the times, that's another reason why we have dry eyes, because the ducts that are supposed to, the tear ducts that are supposed to be secreted is being blocked by this bond. For you, you may have feel like you may have, felt that you have properly taken off the lashes, you have properly cleaned it up, but a little bond can actually stick up and block a pore. So that is something that we should also watch. And for those of us that go to makeup studios and the rest, we can always watch out. Make sure that the makeup, the surrounding, from the brushes, is clean. It's something that after each use, it's being washed. Do you understand? So that
Yeah.
it doesn't transfer infection from one person's eye to another person's eye. And then do not use your some a situation happened in Madonna. I just feel this my roommate does not find this podcast. She did this makeup and the makeup was so fine, with the primer spray, everything sticked. And she knew she wanted to carry the makeup to church the next day. She slept with the makeup.
Ah,
She slept with the makeup, and Sunday the makeup was still fine. She just retouched it a bit, and we're like, wow, okay. And she went to church, but that is actually very, very bad. Do not sleep
okay.
with your makeup. Do not,
Well, the money cannot
yeah.
waste.
Abby. So overnight makeups, and then you have to properly remove the makeup. And
Mm.
then the last thing I also want to share regarding this is our contact lens. Whereas,
Mhm.
contact lens wear is so advanced that even now we have high prescription lenses. We advise that the patient should go for contact lens instead of glasses. You understand? So
Yeah.
please, we do not share our contact lenses. We do not share
Mm.
our contact lenses, and make sure you always use the sterile solution that is provided alongside your contact lens.
Okay.
Also, know the situation that happened in Madonna. This particular girl, she was wearing prescription lenses, as prescription contact lenses. Her solution finished, and she started using water. I said, "Ha."
Oh.
Then I was just starting off the course. So I didn't really know. I was like, okay, water. At first it's clean water now.
Hmm.
Okay. But actually you have to use a sterile solution. There's a sterile solution, and it's not just water, it's not saline water, it's a sterile solution that has actually been made with some alcohol and the rest to help keep the integrity of the lens and to kill
Wow.
every bacteria or germs that have gotten into it. So, and then for even for our contact lens wearers, we also advise them that they go for extended wear. That is one that you can wear throughout the day without any discomfort. It's so made that it allows the eyes to breathe. Let me put it that way, because the eyes actually, they remove waste. The eyes remove waste. Do you understand? The cornea, the tears help to nourish the eye too. The tears have nutritional value. Most
Wow.
people will say, why is it that when I cry is salty?
Yeah.
Do you get? Yeah, the tears also have its own nutritional value. So I will say it in layman English. The eyes actually eat. They eat
Wow.
and then they remove. Yeah, they eat and then they remove. So this the extended wear contact lens enables the eye to breathe, to give up that waste, that carbon dioxide, to give it off. You understand? And
Yeah.
then it also hydrophobic. That is, it is water liking, water soluble. So it still allows for the tears to still go around the surface of the eyes freely. See most people that wear contact lens, and with time their eyes just turn red.
Red.
Do you
Yes.
understand? Yeah, it just turns red and the rest. But this hydrophilic extended contact wear, it enables the person to wear it for a long period of time. But even as much as you're wearing it for a long period of time, please do not sleep with it.
Oh, okay.
Do not, yeah, always make sure you take it out when you want to sleep. So that it doesn't lead to accumulation of this waste on it, and does not also block the eyes from breathing. allow the eyes to breathe, please. So,
Okay. Wow.
yeah,
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay. So
yeah. So
like
that's
tears are
just
really
it.
good. Guys, it's good to
Yeah.
cry. Oh. That's
Oh
it's like
no!
it's really healthy to cry.
Oh God. I
Okay.
don't say you should cry, please.
But
So
then
that's
like
just it on eye. Yeah.
okay, okay. So that's like what you have for us so far, right? So you can ask questions.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Okay. So like glasses now, the use of is you said there are some people that you would prescribe contact lenses for. Well, what type of people are those? Because I thought like glasses could like work for everybody.
Yes, glasses could work for everybody, but just as how the world is evolving, so is the optometry practice. We understand that our patients, our clients, will also love to look good. So we have some high prescriptions, like high minus prescriptions for our high myopes, that's people that are short sighted. And you see people with this thick bottled lens. Most
Mm,
people feel they don't want to wear glasses, and because they don't want to appear so nerdy, they don't
yeah,
want to appear like it's their eyes that have all the issues in Nigeria.
yeah,
So we also to encourage our clients to get treatment, because we notice that not that we notice the fact that without the glasses you will keep straining the eyes and to
yeah,
lead to further complications. So we bring in the contact lens. Oh, nobody needs to know that you're wearing a medicated,
mm,
lens. Put in your contact lens and it will still help you maintain your vision. Do you understand? So
yeah.
that's just what we encourage them. People that feel like, I don't want to wear glasses, I don't want to wear glasses, I don't want to, and we're like, okay, you can actually have the option of contact lens. It's also cosmetically, yeah, I'll use the word cosmetically, you know,
Mm,
approved for people that want to look good and everything. I'm
okay.
not saying that if you wear glasses, you won't look good. You can actually
Yeah.
have stylish friends. Yeah,
Mm,
I wear glasses and I look good.
okay. I wear glasses too. But okay, so like these eye lens, they're like not this contact lens, they're not like plastic or rubber or because some people are like, oh, you could break in. Okay, that's my mom. Basically like my mom's generation. They feel like that stuff could break in your eye or maybe something like are there like disadvantages like the is it like very big just when it comes to contact lens.
No, no, there's no much disadvantage. I think the disadvantage comes with the misuse of it.
Okay.
If maybe the client is not hygienic, they will tell you, oh, this is where the contraindication is. If the client is still a child, do not give out. So, contact lens is not made of glass. And
Okay.
contact, I know when people hear glass and lens, they'll feel okay, glass. It's not made of, it won't break. It doesn't break. I can't really remember the material that it's more like this rubber texture.
Okay.
This rubber. It's only, I think, on even severe conditions of mishandling, that's when it even tears. You understand? It's like this
Okay.
pink, like very light. So it doesn't break, it doesn't, cut. Only with your mishandle this thing that then it tears, or that is it wears off with time.
Oh.
So it's explained that you actually change, your contact lens, you change your solution and the rest.
Okay, yeah, you could change it. Okay, that's really good. So, this I heard like a little birdie told me that you have a brand. You took a step further and now like you deal in like glasses and so now what like pushed you to that? What talk to us about that?
Okay, that your little bird is actually correct. Yes, I do have my own, when I say brand, everything opticals. So
Wow.
what pushed me to that? Working, doing my internship, everything, externship, and working with, eye hospitals, eye clinics, eye foundations. There are some cases you will see and you will be moved to tears. Permit me to say it that way.
Mm.
You would want to just be like, why? You get cases that could have been prevented from the very start due to ignorance, due to will I say lack of information, lack of the know-how, just I do not even know. So and then most of the times when these patients come, um like you don't even know how to start explaining that it has reached the red line or there's no going back, there's no
Mm.
solution. You understand? And then when you take the history and you're like, ma, you noticed this sign since, why didn't you come to the clinic? They're like, I did not know now, my daughter, I did not know.
Yeah.
So everything opticals is an online platform. Yes, we have various partners that help in the physical consultation and everything, but we're just trying to literally spread the word round.
Mm.
Like everybody needs importance. Most people overlook eye health. They just
Yeah.
see it as
Yeah.
let me manage. Like you do not manage eye health. And we have a very common, will I say, eye condition now, glaucoma. Is known as a silent thief of sight because it comes silently. Meanwhile, is doing its work, and it will get to the point where the person is like notice that deviation in vision completely. That's when the person runs to the clinic. I'm like, the effect of glaucoma cannot be reversed. Even if we do surgery and everything, the effect is that it has happened, it has happened. Do you understand? So
Mm.
and then most people tell you, I don't have any free time. I work from 2 to 6. By the time I'm closed, you people will have been closed. I work from Monday to Sunday and everything. So basically, it's just trying to spread the word out there. If you need any consultation with your phone, you just come online. You have to speak to any of our consultants. We partner with a lot of people just to spread the word out there. So we have a WhatsApp platform. The phone number is 070 511 67559. Then on Instagram, you can find us at everything underscore opticals, all in all in small letters, all in lowercase, everything underscore opticals on Instagram. You can also find us on Facebook, everything opticals. For our website is still being under development. We're coming up with something for the website. But for now, these are the three major social media platforms that we are found on: WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook. We're also on TikTok too.
Mm.
Everything opticals. Yeah.
The name, did you come up with that name like based on yourself or like, someone told you? How did the inspiration for everything optical come about?
Okay, the thing is, even right from when I was in school, I think it was after my externship when I really got exposed to how limited people are aware about their eye health and how the eyes are so much important than we can actually place value on.
Yeah.
Um, the inspiration to just start up something like to do my own part, like I want to, this is a problem, I saw it as a problem and I want to be part of the solution. And at first, I was always like, can I, would I, should I, those questions.
Mm.
And it kept on being pressed in my heart, you can do this, you should do this. So at first, when I started, like when I said, okay, let me try, you like, let you try. I named it T and T Optical, like for my name Titi. It didn't even make sense. So for after graduation, doing my internship, it came more strong. Like it came very, very strong. I remember I just stood up and I'm like, okay, let's start it. Everything opticals. The name just came out. I'm
Wow.
like, wow, everything optical. That sounds nice. So I
Yeah.
think I want to say it was actually spirit inspired because people keep like, wow, that's a very nice name. How did you come up with it? My mom asked me too, how did you come up? I'm like, I don't know, it just came.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that's just it.
Wow. And I like the fact that you mentioned God because like everything when we plan things, when we decide to do things, if it's backed up by God and like you have a wide background that you rooted and founded in God, and it makes it like
Yeah,
much more easier like thing to run. Like you have your vision and you're
yeah,
running with it, you're running with it firm. So it's really, really good. Like I'm glad. I don't think. Do you have like any experience like you've been tired? Because it's like story time, and like a lot of people are like what you really talked about on eye hygiene, on like how important it is to like preserve the integrity of the eye. So many people forget that time goes on, like everything in our body wears out. That's something like I've discovered in medicine. Like you would realize that as a baby, like your immunity is poor, right? Because they always talk about the people that are most like they call them prevalent, like people that are very immuno, what's that word, suppressed, or so shall those people that we call,
Suppressed.
yeah, those people that we call like they are like the
They are
ones
more
with,
prone to.
yes, you would see that they are the babies and the elderly than the pregnant women, which means like you are
Mm,
like as a baby you're really immune down, and you grow, you build, but then there's a time a decline begins. And if like we don't really take time to take care of ourselves in that moment when like we're top form, when we are not becoming, when we are declining, we decline way faster. And I guess that's something about the eye. Who would not like to see when they are older? Like, forget
yeah.
genetics, right? Like, so I know genetics has a part to play in like our high, like the eye health, like how, my
Yeah.
dad used glasses, my mom used glasses, and so I'm using glasses, right? But I think we could
Yeah.
slow it down if we know these things on time.
Yeah.
That's why I said, let me bring this to knowledge, because the eye, I think the Bible says the eye is the window to the soul. And so
Yes.
it just shows how important, yes, so it might be spiritual eyes, but we should also take care about like our physical eyes. And she has already told us, guys, she has already given us like some ways how we should do it. She said, make sure you use clean handkerchiefs, do not share. Especially if you're using like contact lens, make sure you are not using water as your sterile solution. Make sure you don't wait and go and sleep. I think there's a particular one you called. What was the name of those lens?
The extended
Yes,
lenses,
the
the extended
extended.
contact lens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't do that. Then it's very important, like to really visit the optometrist. Like they are the first respondents. Not that you just go to doctor and say you want to see an ophthalmologist. Some of them will even give you attitude. So it's an optometrist are not even that hard to find. Since like we have eye clinics now and the rest, you go there. They know their stuff. If you don't have time, like you will be your excuse. She has given us another option. Everything opticals on Instagram, on WhatsApp. She called the number. So if you want to hear the number again, go back. Just go back. Or would you like to call the number again?
All right. On WhatsApp, 070 511 67559. This number is just for WhatsApp. It doesn't receive calls. But for calls, you could also call us via 070 8877 9847.
Okay. But now that we're talking about like Africa, like Nigeria, right? I don't know. Do you guys are either taking like international? But if you're like an international client, you could try Instagram, and then I'm sure they would, be able to get you there. And by that time,
Yeah.
hopefully, like they are working on their website, it will be easier. Because Titi, this
Yes.
podcast is going international, so just know, get ready to have like really, really big clients over there. I really believe in
We're
that.
open to it. There's nothing everything opticals can't handle.
Yes.
Our
So,
slogan is available to serve you better.
okay, okay. So now, before we go, there's just like one game. There's always a game I put for my like guests. So basically, we're just going to use the word the letters EYE, which is like I, and you're going to use it to like declare things for yourself. Okay, so the
Wow.
sentence has to start with EYE. Okay, so go.
Okay. Enlargement is my portion.
Hmm.
Yokes are broken exceedingly abundantly. All I could have or all I could hope for, I receive. You see what I did there? I
Yes.
receive.
Well, thank you so much, Titi, for coming on
Thank
this.
you
Thank you. It
so
was lovely
much.
having you. Thank you for
Thank you. It means a
agreeing.
lot to me.
Thank you so
It
much.
means a
And
whole lot to me.
yeah, and I really pray that you go far, because
Amen.
your reasons, like the backup reason, the fact that you do it because of how much you know that this information needs to get out there, and you've decided to be part of the hand that God will use to reach across people. Because in as much as you're talking to people about health, and they realize that wow, it's a person that believes in God, and it could just lead to different things for the kingdom. And so I'm really proud of
Yeah.
you, and I'm really happy that you're going far. And so
Thank you
thank you
so
so much.
much.
Thank you so much, Titi.
You're
Um,
welcome.
all right. So, guys, thank you so much for listening. Till next time on Curious Intern. Bye. Till next time, this is the Curious Intern podcast. Like, share, follow, comment, DM. Bye. God bless you. See you later on the next episode of Curious Intern. Bye.